It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Wednesday, February 21st, 2018. It is 7 a.m., and the rain continues.
Didn't he sound like a broadcaster right there, Jay? Good morning, and welcome to the...
Well, he kind of is.
That's the frog in my throat.
It's just funny because normally it's funny how you got real big. Good morning, and welcome to... I'm sorry. I thought it was great.
That's his old radio days.
His old radio days coming back.
Good morning, Mountain Home.
Good morning, Vietnam. Hi, everybody.
And yes, it's wet
Smart
outside.
Alex around here, I tell
See,
you.
you're going to say something. He's going to get a complex, and in the morning he's just going to say, "Hi, I'm Dale."
I'm just going to turn around backwards, so you can't see what I'm doing.
I thought it was great. I just thought it was cool. Good morning, Vietnam.
Yeah.
Now we'll get down to business. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening coffee, you're drinking muddy water. Be sure to check them out. 3 locations, as you heard in the introduction. Balmer Boulevard, BRMC Lobby, and 62 East Plaza, out by Anytime. What are you drinking now?
I'm drinking coffee, but I'm making a mess with it.
I think the coffee got the better of him on that drink.
Yeah,
He's hooked.
Yeah.
He's had coffee 3 times this week.
Oh,
Really?
Here
We have
go.
to call the shrink to find out what's going on. I mean, this is going to be, this is a mental challenge now.
Coffee abuse.
And that coffee too, man. You said you grow hair where you don't want it.
It fogs up his glasses.
I think I'm going to start a 12-step program for coffee drinkers at my house and give each of them a duster and a broom. And I'm going to get that dude clean, man.
He started drinking coffee. It fogs his glasses up over here.
Apparently, I wear it.
Oh, good morning. Welcome to Down on the Corner program. The wacko bunch here. Wow. I tell you what, the rain is so nice. I was looking on the drought monitor, and Baxter, Fulton, and part of Sharp County was in the extreme drought. And we were one of the driest counties in the state, one of 3 of the driest counties in the state, and so this has really helped alleviate the...
It's a good day for the chickens.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Drowns them little worms. They all come up
to the ground.
Everybody's
Yeah.
fat and happy.
There you go.
Good eggs.
Yep. Well, once again, if you're not having Brewed Awakening coffee, we need to correct that. You need to visit them. 3 locations to serve you. And, of course, Roller Funeral Homes brings you the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect from Roller Funeral Homes. They've got a tough job, but they do it in an outstanding way all across the state of Arkansas. We don't go shopping for funeral homes, but when the need arises, you need that professionalism and you need the caring spirit that the Roller family has, and so they give it
To be honest with you should go out early and shop for funeral homes. And get
well,
your
yeah, we
rates
should,
and
but
stuff.
we don't.
But you should. If not, somebody you love is going to have to make them calls.
Yep. You're right.
So
Anyway,
there you go.
When the time comes, Roller Funeral Home does it very, very well. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. Let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, I'm really bothered by people that are calling for stricter gun laws and those that want to ban them altogether. All that will do is make it harder for law-abiding citizens to buy a gun. Yet we fail to think that the criminal mind follows no laws. These thoughts would escalate black marketing. But yet we remove God and Jesus Christ from our schools and replace them with pure evil. So my prayer today, Lord, is that you heal our country. Heal the way we think and process our own thoughts. But once again, heal our country is my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. And Greg Farm Services brings you the morning weather. We got an update on Greg's Farm Services. What we got going on? Just got the boot sale.
Well, I'll tell you what, you better get today. Be a good day to get some muck boots.
Yeah, it would.
They're,
I need to go by there.
have you seen these muck boots? They're like neoprene, and they are phenomenal. Tight fit, up on the right below the knee.
Yeah.
And very, very comfortable. Now, they're not a cheap water boot, but
Well, no.
they will last you forever. My daughter's in the FFA. She wears them all the time in the cow barns, and then she just takes a water hose, washes
Cleans
them
them.
off. They look brand new.
There you go.
I mean, they'll last forever.
Great.
They got
farm
them on
services.
sale right now.
Yep, 25% off.
Feed and seed, fertilizer. Chicks will be coming in soon.
Ought to be time to be planting soon. I think it's a little early
Is
for
it?
planting. I think the temperature has to be 70 for a seed to even germinate.
Yeah.
And the hotter it is, the better it is. But
Now it's time to get your weed control out. I know that. They
yeah,
were talking
be a good time for
stop
that.
even if it comes up, their fertilizer will kill what is coming up, but it will prevent
Yeah.
what you got in your yard from sprouting and germinating.
And you know, Mountain Home sits kind of in between the two different styles of agriculture. You know, a little bit southwest, and to the west we have the more poultry and cattle. To the east, once you get past Hardy, you're going to start getting a little bit of cattle, but then you start getting the crop farms once you get to the Black River. Gregg Farm Services can help everybody. So
They've got it all.
poultry, cattle, crops, whatever. Be
Whether,
sure to check out
whether
Gregg
you
Farm
have a
Services.
farm or not, they
They'll
they
help
got
you.
what you
Yeah,
need.
You bet.
They got all kinds of stuff for horses.
Oh yeah, tack and supplies.
Oh, yeah.
And they sell Victor dog food.
Really?
Great secret of the dog world. Victor dog food has got to be the best dog food. I raise dogs.
Yeah.
It is the best. I mean, and that's where you buy it. Is at Gregg's.
At-
The only
it's
place.
Victor
Well,
Dog-
I think there's another place in town, and I can't remember their name. But Victor dog food is
I'll have
top
to remember
notch stuff, and it's not very expensive. You'll pay $85 a bag if you go to some of the big box places for the, the high end
Yeah.
designer dog foods. This stuff's like $35, $38 a
Wow.
40-pound bag, and it is the best dog food there is.
You got some new little chocolate labs.
I do.
We'll talk about that.
If my eyes look baggy, that's why.
33 degrees at Mountain Home, 31 in Harrison, 39 at Hardy and Mountain View, Arkansas, 36 at Yellow. Marshall at 39, 33 at Calico Rock. Poplar Bluff, Missouri is at 37 degrees, while Branson's at 28. West Plains checking in at 33. In contrast, Watford City, North Dakota, -9. Oh, goodness. Ooh, that just hurts to think about. 21 in Anchorage, Alaska. A lot of rain on that radar. We've got this rain from Texas all the way up.
Good Lord, look at that
Look,
swath.
yeah, that's something. Look at that.
It's a
It just comes
defined
right
swath.
across the Mississippi and Ohio River valleys right there from St. Louis down to Memphis. You got it at Cairo, Illinois, all the way up to Indianapolis, or all across Indiana and Ohio, stretching up to the western portions of Pennsylvania and New York. So, that's
That's
a big
fantastic.
band of rain. I'm going to highlight the Little Rock radar. Scooter, we're ready to take that shot?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the Little Rock stop right here. You can see the green square, the kind of the odd-shaped green spot right there is a flood advisory there. You see Mountain Home on the top of the screen. We'll move this cursor. I think we can see it if I go to that monitor right here. Here's Mountain Home right here, as you can see my cursor moving. But big band of rain from Batesville to Mountain Home, affecting all the highways in Arkansas with the exception of the very extreme northwest corner and the extreme southeast corners of Arkansas. All highways in Arkansas are wet at this time. We'll back up and we'll go into Missouri. I'm going to grab that St. Louis radar there. This is the St. Louis stop, so you can see Jonesboro, Arkansas to Farmington, Missouri to St. Louis to Effingham, Illinois, all the way up into Jasper, Indiana on Highway 64. And so just a lot of rain. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the Paducah, Kentucky radar there.
But the good thing about it, Dale, is that is a slow soaking rain.
It is.
I
And
love
look,
that.
I had
And the temperatures are above freezing.
Yeah.
That's very
Scoot, I'm going to go
important.
to the Arkansas drought monitor real quick. If
All
I
right.
can, I'm going to load this in. Arkansas drought monitor 2018. And see if it'll bring that up. Well, I love this keyboard here.
Speedy's a little slow today.
Yeah, it is. Let's try that. We were one of the driest counties. Okay, there's the map that I've seen. Baxter, that would be Stoner, Izard County right there, Fulton, a little bit of Sharp. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 counties affected by this, but Baxter County and Fulton County being basically the driest counties in Arkansas before this rain came through. And so we may elaborate a little bit more on this with Dennis Dunderdale with Arkansas Game and Fish, because they do a lot of monitoring with this throughout the state. So D3 extreme drought for Baxter County. And of course, I was telling somebody the other day, I said, in December I'd put my Christmas tree up and all the Christmas decorations were up, and it was warm weather. It was very, very dry. I think we had a burn ban there for a while, and went out and watered the grass to keep the grass from being so crunchy and brown that if somebody accidentally dropped a cigarette out the truck window going by, it wouldn't burn. So that's how dry it is. So this rain is very, very welcome. Jerry, what you got in the community calendar?
All right, we have let's see, the Mountain Home Band will have a pancake supper on Thursday, February 22nd.
Oh, tomorrow evening. Yeah.
At 5 p.m. And that's at the high school. And then the Moose Lodge, excuse me, will have a pancake, or not pancake, it's a breakfast buffet from 8 to 11 this Saturday. And proceeds there go to benefit, I believe, Serenity and a couple other organizations. Yeah. And today at 4 p.m. for the folks in Melbourne, they're having their basketball regional tournament.
And that's 2A or 3A?
That's 3A.
3A.
3A okay. Region 3. Mm-hmm. That's at the Melbourne High School today from 4 to about 10 p.m. most tournaments. And the 4A North tournament is at Berryville High School.
Yeah, just west of Harrison.
Same format. Today from 4 to about 10.
All right. Scooter, you got anything?
And today, the blood drive, Baxter Regional Medical Center, between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. So.
Local TV at its best. All the community calendar updates. How can we get those? How can we get more of those in there?
They just got to email you. That's it.
What?
Send them to us.
I get mine off Discover Events off Facebook.
Do you?
So, and I'm friends with all the different organizations.
Send me one, Dale at mountaintv.net. All right.
You got it. Do you feel left out?
No.
You want a PSA?
You want a PSA? We'll start sliding you.
Yeah.
No. In fact, it's break time. I want to talk to Dennis for a while with Arkansas Game and Fish. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Your White River Getaway starts at Cotter Trout Lodge, where you find convenient, clean, and affordable accommodations right in the heart of Cotter, Arkansas. Take advantage of the Natural State Fly Shop across the road for all your supplies and guided fly fishing needs. Countless delicious homemade menu options await to satisfy your hunger cravings at the White Sands Cafe. Your complete White River Getaway is cradled in the east arm of the historic Ruthven Rainbow Bridge at the Cotter Trout Lodge, Natural State Fly Shop, and the White Sands Cafe.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
More than just propane, Reeves Propane provides you full-service propane delivery as well as tank and piping installation. We are your dependable choice, offering the very best in personal service with on-time deliveries and competitive prices. Reeves Propane also sells and installs tankless water heaters and appliances and can even convert your gas cook stove to liquid propane. So no need to fuss and cuss about bad service. Call us at Reeves Propane. We greatly appreciate your business and God bless.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight.
Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
Coming in 2018.
$7:15 on this 21st day of February. A little bit rainy out there, but we need the rain, as you saw the drought monitor earlier. Hopefully that will alleviate some of our drought issues. I want to welcome Denis Dunderdale, our good friend from Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. And while we're talking, if you've got a computer or a handheld device, go to agfc.com, or you can go to the app on your app store, AGFC, which is Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, and you can pull it up right on your smartphone and follow along. Welcome. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, too.
How those puppies doing?
Oh, man, I'm telling you what. Well,
can we pull it up on Facebook and look at the puppies?
You know, I should put a puppy cam up. I really should. I've got...
You got pictures on Facebook, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Okay,
I haven't put any up for, probably a week or so now, and they grow so quickly at this time that they look much different than what's on Facebook. But, yeah. Yeah, they're great. They're at that stage now where they are just cute as they can be.
Oh, I bet. Let me see. I'm gonna pull this up here because
Yeah.
I've been following it. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. There they are. One
Yep.
sleep on the top of the other.
Yep, that's little blue. We put colors on them so that we can tell which one is which. Because
Look at that face right there.
Little blue, little yellow, little white.
Yeah, yeah. You buy these little Velcro collars, which
Yeah.
actually also collar conditions them too. Although that's secondary. It's really just so we can tell. We have to weigh them and make sure that they're all doing well and be able to identify one from the other. And we're selling them, of course. All but one female is sold.
Really?
So when the
And how many in that litter? 8 or 9?
well, there were 8, and we lost one. The runt didn't survive. He died on around day 3, I think it was, or something like that, which is sad, but it's not uncommon. I mean, I hate to be calloused about it, but it's just part of breeding. It's one of those things. But the 7 that that remain are just healthy and vibrant, and oh man, they're great.
And those are chocolate labs, right?
Those are all chocolate labs, bred from a sire down in Louisiana. His name is Gump.
Gump.
His title name is Big Mama's Run Forest Run, and his call name is Gump. And I'll tell you, the pedigree on that dog is unbelievable. And I watched him work when I went down there to breed her. And, oh my goodness, what a great breeding! I'm just really excited about this. So. They sold quickly. A lot of folks called and said, "Hey, I know all about Gump. Tell me about Ruby." Ruby's the mom, for those of you that don't know that. But
wow.
Yeah, it's
a lot of
fun stuff. Yeah, it really is. Yeah,
well, a lot of, no pun intended, but water under the bridge since the last time we were here, I guess, in November.
Boy,
and you were in the inaugural month of the move from radio to TV, and so we've got settled in, and just want people to know I'm going to give you all the time you need here to talk about Arkansas Game and Fish.
Okay. Well, there is a lot going on with game and fish and with the outdoors world in general. Of course, it seems like when we come in, we're on the verge of a new upcoming season. Last time I was here, it was really the height of our deer hunting season. I think the month before that, I guess I took off the month before that. You were transitioning from radio to TV, and then. But anyway, now we're in a couple of transition zones now. For you hunters, of course, nobody needs to tell you that turkey hunting is coming up pretty soon. That will run in April. We'll give you some dates in a few minutes. But we also have our Arkansas Youth Shooting Sports season. That's coming up. And in fact, the folks that are involved in that already know that now. Their rosters will have been submitted to Game and Fish. And locally, we host several of the teams over at the Fred Berry Conservation Education Center on Crooked Creek. That's the full title of that place. Talk about a mouthful.
Oh, yeah.
But Fred Berry Center is what we affectionately call it. Several of the teams shoot over there. We have a trap range where they can practice. And so that's all lined out and ready to roll. This coming weekend, no, I'm sorry, a week from this coming weekend. Would that be March 2nd, Saturday?
Let's see.
Anyway, a week from this coming Saturday, or Friday and Saturday.
3rd, March 3.
3. Okay, so the 2nd and the 3rd. That's where the 2nd was sticking in my mind. Friday and Saturday is our state archery in the schools tournament. We had our regionals 2 weeks ago I think we had 12 regionals around the state. The one locally here, we're in Region 2 for this part of the state, and that was held up at Omaha High School. Those folks did a fantastic job hosting that. They had about 550 kids or something like that shoot throughout the day. So that determines who's going to go to the state tournament, and that will be held down at the, gosh, I can never remember the name of the arena down there. It used to be the Summit. Now it's some other bank, I guess, has the naming rights, but down in Hot Springs at the convention center.
I don't know.
Huge convention center down there, and it's right next to the arena as well. In fact, they open the curtain, we take the whole thing, and there'll be 125 targets, so 250 kids shooting at a time. And we have the elementaries and juniors on Friday, and then we have the seniors on Saturday. And then the winners of those go to the national tournament, which will be in Kentucky, in Louisville, and then the winners of that will go to the international down in Orlando, Florida. So it's a big, big deal. And I'll tell you what we really love about that program, or what I do love about it, is it's one of those programs that captures all the kids that aren't going to make the basketball team or the volleyball team or play football or whatever. You don't have to be strong. You don't have to be tall. I mean, little girls, this big, are some of the best shooters in the state.
Really?
Yeah. There's no strength. What you have to do is be able to pay attention, follow some basic instructions, and have some basic coordination skills. I mean, you don't have to be, a genius at this stuff. But if you do that, you can be successful at it. And as we know, once kids find something they can be successful at, their whole attitude, their demeanor, their behavior, their studies, their school attendance, all of that stuff just starts to climb up. And we see that time after time after time in this Arkansas Archery in the Schools program. What is it? ANASP is what we call ours. It's the Arkansas National Archery in the Schools program. And there's a link to our website on that. I don't know that we need to go there because it's mainly forms and schedules and that sort of thing. But it does talk a little bit about the program, basically what I had just said. And similarly, our youth shooting sports program is the same kind of thing. That's a shotgunning program based on trap shooting, single trap it's called. Which is a great way to teach kids. We're hearing all of this around the schools about, kids and guns. I'm with you, Dale. The guns are not the problem.
No, that's right.
I've got quite a few myself, and not one of them has ever walked out of the closet and done anything that it shouldn't have done by itself.
Yeah.
However, what this program does is, first of all of the coaches are taught and instructed and certified through the NRA program. Now, that's a dirty word in some areas, but not in my world, because the NRA has a fantastic shooter safety and instructional program. They teach it the right way.
But the uninformed don't realize that.
Well, that's right, and they listen to the wrong sources, and we've got national sources just pumping through the airwaves and the TV waves and cable and all that stuff, just filling people's heads with either bad information or no information as to the reality. So
some of these shooter sports, are they using lead or steel shot?
They're using lead. And we use those. We have ours at, they're all properly designed ranges where they put a layer of bentonite and they, kind of do all that. But it is lead shot, at least at this point. There's some talk at a national level about shooting all ammunition, nothing to do with this program,
right.
Nothing that Game and Fish is trying to foster, endorse, or whatever. And again, we could probably do a whole show on some of the information regarding the pros and cons of lead. And I'm not saying that it's all good. There's certainly some drawbacks to using lead, but some of the information that we're hearing from is just so compounded and exaggerated that it really just isn't fair.
Really?
You know, we heard some folks saying, well, you know, because we're using lead shot at our ranges, it's killing all the eagles. Well, first of all, nothing is killing all the eagles, and the Audubon Society, as well as the Cornell Ornithological Laboratories, and, you know, the real experts, the people who really know what's going on in the birding world, will be very quick to tell you that the eagle population has never been healthier.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I've seen more
really
eagles
strong.
probably in the last 3 or 4 years.
And what does happen, now I'm not saying that there hasn't been an issue. In waterfowl hunting, you have to use steel, or at least it doesn't have to be steel, it has to be non-toxic shot. And the 3 most common non-toxic shot are steel, bismuth, and tungsten. And bismuth and tungsten can get pretty expensive. Steel is even more expensive than lead. But the point is, for years and years, duck hunters were using lead shot. And duck hunters typically in flooded timber, and it's a waterfowl, so they're going to be shooting in water. And most of the ducks that we're hunting are called puddle ducks, meaning they feed in shallow water, knee deep maybe. And what they're doing is eating bugs and seeds and, you know, that sort of stuff that's on the bottom, some of it floating. Well, when you've got, over a course of decades, you know, hunters shooting, I don't know how many shot, millions probably, maybe more than millions, hundreds of millions, over 20, 30, 40 years with, you know, 200, 300, 400 pellets per shot. That lead sits on the bottom. Well, the ducks pick up what they think is seed because of the way they feed. They're non-discriminatory feeders. They just get a mouthful of whatever and rattle it around in their mouth. They swallow, unlike a fish will spit out, but the ducks will swallow and then process almost immediately. They're very high metabolism. They usually process immediately what isn't food, and then they digest what is. So
they're ingesting the lead.
They're ingesting the lead. They're getting lead poisoning. The eagles and hawks and birds of prey, they were coming down, feeding on the waterfowl, and they were dying. And that's what caused, well, one of the things, DDT and some other stuff, are what caused the demise of, or the rapid downfall of the eagle population back in the 60s and 70s when it was first spotted. That's why the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service banned use of any lead in any waterfowl hunting situation. And that's been the case since, oh, don't make me a liar, but I want to say 82 or something like that.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, and as a result, there really hasn't been much problem. Well, most other birds don't feed like that. Now, there are some ground feeders, doves, and that sort of stuff, but we typically don't plant things that they're going to want to feed on. They're not attracted to, if you build a range properly, they're not attracted to the type of field where you're going to have your range.
Really?
So the likelihood of doves feeding in that, plus they are far more discriminate in how they ground feed. So anyway, I got way off on a tangent there. But it's interesting information. There's a lot of information being talked about out there, and I just wanted to at least state, you know, a few of those things.
Well, we got another minute. We'll take a break, and then we can regroup and come back. Well, you always come in with about 18 pages of notes.
I do.
That's good. We'll go ahead and take a break now.
No, let me run through a couple of quick things. These are events that we have coming up at the Fred Berry Education Center in Yellville. On March 10th, there's a beginner's beekeeping workshop. It's a public seminar. It's free. It's from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And to you have to register, but it's, you know, there's no cost. We just want to know how many we're going to have. The phone number to register is 870-449-3484. And call over there and tell them you'd like to go to the beginner beekeeping workshop. And then also, on the same note of beekeepers, the Marion County Beekeepers Club, which started last year, I think it was last year they started, they're fairly new. They meet every second Tuesday at the Fred Berry Center. It's from 6:30 at night till 8 p.m. at night. So
I'm glad to see beekeeping coming back.
I'm telling you what,
man.
you want to talk about a big problem.
I know.
Pollinator demise is serious stuff.
It is.
Anyway, that's a big deal going on. I've got a few hunter ed and boating education things to announce, but we can do that after the break. And when we come back, I want to talk about our FINS program. FINS. It's an acronym for Fishing in the Natural State.
Cool.
And we'll talk about that one again.
More with Denis Dunderdale right after this. Be right back.
DHF Archery Range, brought to you by DeerHunterFan.com TV and Steadyform. This 10,000 square foot indoor climate controlled archery range will feature 3D targets, 3D pop-up, and state-of-the-art video shooting. DHF Archery Range will be open to the public and available for all ages. It's a great facility for hunters and archers alike and located in the center of the Ozarks in beautiful Bull Shoals, Arkansas. That's DHF Archery Range, coming in 2018. Keep on the lookout for more details and their grand opening announcement soon.
With a large showroom of over 13,000 square feet, the Furniture Depot is your local choice for quality name brand furniture at prices anyone can afford. They carry a great selection of catnapper recliners, power recliners with lumbar support and lift chairs. Check out Furniture Depot's variety of living room and dining room sets in various styles and designs. And don't forget about their mattress gallery featuring Serta, Symbol mattresses, and adjustable beds. Family owned and operated, that's Furniture Depot, located in the Ozark Shopping Center in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment, their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Hi, I'm Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup. If anybody needs trash service in the area, please give us a call. Arch Trash Service is veteran owned and I've been in the local area resident for over 20 years. I'll provide a better service than the other guys and even provide front door service trash pickup for those that aren't able to take their trash to the curb. We'll also pick up almost anything and even provide free recycling. I am Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup. And please give me a call for all your trash service needs.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Hello, Ron.
$7:32 on this Wednesday, February 21st, and let's reiterate on that beekeepers that stirred some interest. Got a few phone calls during the break.
Sure enough, it's going to be Saturday, March 10th, from 9 o'clock to 3:30 p.m., so it's an all-day seminar. It will be at the Fredberry Conservation Education Center on Crooked Creek. The phone number over there is 870-449-3484. The whole point of that, and every time the word beekeepers or bees or any of that pollinators comes up, people are now finally starting to become aware that our pollinator problem is huge. No pollinators, no plants.
Yep.
I mean, it's just that simple. You've probably seen some of the Facebook posts out there where, if you've got a small plot where maybe you're growing corn or something, you can hand pollinate, with a Q-tip, take from a male to a female and, put the pollen from one to the other. Well, heck, you can't do that if you're a farmer. There's no way. You've got to pollinate.
I saw on one of the news channels, probably on Facebook, one beekeeper's entire crop of bees were wiped out, and somebody sprayed them with diesel.
Oh,
went in and sprayed it with diesel fuel, killed every hive.
Why they?
I don't know.
I mean, was it malicious or?
Yeah, it was malicious.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, I can't
imagine
a mindset like that.
It just crawled all over me.
Oh man. Anyway. Marilyn Duran is the manager at the Fredberry Education Center, and she's also a beekeeper, but that's not the point. She is connected to all the right people, and because I don't raise or keep bees, I mean, we have a small property in Cotter, so it just doesn't work out that well for us. But she gets the right folks there, and there's a guy, and I should have got his name before I'll look during the break and see if it's on the calendar. But if you're interested at any level, or think you might want to know more about bees or pollinating or any of that, this would be a great workshop.
The one man that I know who's up at Three Brothers, Arkansas, is James Ryan. Been doing this now for about 45 years. Been keeping bees. Been a good friend for many years, and he's very well educated in beekeeping.
We had a beehive we had a catalpa tree next to the barn, and of course I'm sure it was a volunteer sapling that grew eons ago, long before I lived there. And the barn, somebody actually took and lopped off a corner of the barn. This is long before I bought the house, because this tree had started to grow, and for some reason they, didn't want to relocate the tree at the time. Well, I would have relocated it. I mean, not kill it, but anyway, that's not the point. It was diseased and hollow, and it had a huge beehive in there. And 2 or 3 times, have you ever seen a swarm of bees actually come out all at once and try to relocate? Well, this happened. They for some reason all congregated around a flower pot on our little patio table, not too far from where the tree was. And it was this huge, I don't know how many thousands of bees. It was huge covering of all of these, and we looked, because we didn't want to touch it. I called to a buddy of mine. He said they're leaving that hive. They're looking for a new location. So he said is that underneath another tree? I said, yeah, it's a big old witness oak tree that's probably 200 years old. They're right under it. He says they're looking to get into that tree. And so
they do it as a whole colony.
Yeah.
Wow.
So 3 or 4 hours later, they were all gone, and they were back in the catalpa tree. So I called him back. I said, what's that all about? He said, well, there was something about that oak tree they didn't like. They liked the catalpa better. And I don't know if that meant the queen died and they were looking to make a new queen. There's a fascinating amount of information to know about these things.
Wow. That'd be fun.
Let me see if this lists his name. I'm on the beekeeping website here. It does not list who's leading that seminar, but anyway.
Now, what website you on right there, Dennis?
Well, I'm on the Game and Fish website, right on the home page. If you look down below
let me go to
a little bit, there's a upcoming events. And if you... Okay, you got the home page with...
Okay, here we go.
Now there's a deer on mine. I think that rotates.
Beekeeping for beginners.
Yep, click
Scooter,
on that.
Can we bring that up?
It's already up.
Oh, good man. This is on the ArkansasGameandFish.com, AGFC.com website.
Right.
And what I did is I was on AGFC. I rolled down a little bit here, and where it says 10 a.m. Yellville, there's that page right there.
And it gives an overview of what the topics will be. AGFC's Fred Berry Conservation Education Center on Crooked Creek in Yellville invites you to come by for beekeeping for beginners. Get started in beekeeping safely and successfully. Topics of discussion include introduction to bee biology, the beehive and other equipment, how and where to get your bees, your first year with bees, harvesting honey and beeswax, pests and disease management, and honeybee laws and regulations. This event is free, but registration is required by calling 870-449-3484 or by emailing Marilyn Duran at marilyn.duran, that's D-O-R-A-N, at agfc.ar.gov.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
And then there's a link to a flyer that she's put together. And if you click on that link on the lower right, it'll kind of give you a little
let me hit that
pictorial graphic there, which pretty much outlines the same information that I just read, but in more graphic form.
And while Dennis is looking at that, I just want to throw in, if you have any questions for Dennis, you can go to Hometown Television on Facebook and ask away, and we'll try to do what we can to get them to.
Are you monitoring that right now?
I am.
Good.
Okay, let's switch topics a little bit. In past shows, Dale, you might recall us talking about the HOFNOD program. That was everything we do at Game and Fish has an acronym for something or another. HOFNOD is actually a really cool program. It was the acronym stood for Hooked on Fishing, Not on Drugs, and it started, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. Some young kid actually in testimony wanted to bring forth the fact that he was turned into a very successful adult, and attributed it back, even though he came from a broken home and had all kinds of problems in his neighborhood and all of that. He got into fishing early, and because he did, he attributed that to not getting hooked up in gangs and drugs and all the things that he could get dragged into. So thus was born the program. And Game and Fish was active participants of that for quite a while. Nationally, that had become less supported, and over time was something we were still doing, but we were kind of the only ones doing it. So last year we decided, let's kind of shift gears a little bit and change the program up and widen it. It used to only be available to schools. Okay, let's widen it out to any civic organization and change the name instead of Hooked on Fishing, Not on Drugs, because that is a proprietary name and it belonged to that organization, which I think still exists, so we couldn't just use the name. Anyway, now we have a new program called FINS. Fishing in the Natural State is what that acronym stands for. And same basic concept. It's still about teaching kids to fish. It reaches out beyond the schools, although it's definitely geared towards schools. It's everything we teach is aligned with the state education frameworks, so it can be taught either as physical education or as science, depending on what topic you're about, and be considered part of the curriculum. It's not extracurricular, so it can be taught during the day as part of their basic lessoning. We have that program, as most of the statewide programs that we have. If you're going to participate or become a sponsor or become a school that does this, this program too requires that you go to a workshop, that you attend a one-day seminar. We're having one again in Yellville at the Fred Berry Center, and that's going to be on March 16th. And that's for school teachers, scout leaders, 4-H, any of those church group organizations, any of those types of folks that want to go to, that want to become a FINS program.
Is that a Sunday?
That's a Saturday. No, that's a weekday. I'm sorry. The 16th. Did I say February? I think I did. I meant to say March.
March 16th, I'm seeing.
March 16th is a Friday.
Friday, there you go.
Yes, yeah. I'm sorry about that. March 16th, again from 9 to 3:30 p.m. I'll give the phone, again, same phone number I gave for the beekeeping seminar, but that phone number, it's free, but you do have to register for it. Same number, 870-449-3484. And there's several things about that. I'll just kind of run through a little outline I have here. The eligible applicants are public and private schools in Arkansas may apply through school personnel. Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, or any other civic club, they may apply through club leaders. Individuals 16 years of age or older must have a current Arkansas fishing license and any relevant permits. So if you are 16, and that applies to kids in the high school. For example, I don't know if they're still doing it now, but when Kelvin Price was the teacher up at the junior high, he had a high school bass fishing club, and it was a competitive club. A lot of those kids are 16. They have to have a license. If you're going to do it down on the river and fish for trout, then you have to have a trout permit as well. But that's just for the fishing part of it. You don't have to have a fishing license, of course, to take a class or to sit, for the non-fishing activities, you don't require a license. Once you become, you go to the seminar. It's an all-day deal. We give you tons of information. We also will give you a beginning kit, which includes 24 rods and reels, 3 rod holder racks, tackle bag with bobbers and hooks and split shot, and a reel repair kit, and pliers and all that kind of stuff, towels and any other tackle that we either come across or find that we need to do. A classroom set of beginner fishing guide, a classroom set of fish ID books, Fish ID cards, which are those little trading cards that we have, and then an ARE, which stands for the Aquatic Resource Education poster, and we'll give you that to put in your classroom or in your clubhouse or whatever. Of course, that list is subject to change. Now, that's not a cheap thing for us to do. That's a $1,500 package that, we give you. What we used to do in the Hofnod program is we'd give you a grant so that you could go buy that stuff. We'd provide the rods and reels, but we'd give you a grant. Now we don't give the grant, we give you the stuff. And it's a pretty valuable package.
Wow.
Yeah. The Fins coordinator is a guy named Bo Davidson, and I just spent the day down in Fort Smith with Bo and a few of those other folks. I want to give you Bo's number, so get your pen ready for that. Again, this is all on the Game and Fish website, and we'll link to it in just a second. By the way, Scooter, if you do want to pull that up, have you found that yet? It's agfc.com/fins/ and it should take you right to that page.
Bring it back in here. AGFC, and it's /fins.
FINS, yeah. And Bo's phone number is area code 501-438-1663.
There we go.
And that'll tell you a whole lot, about the program, pretty much kind of what I've got here. It's not just something where you come in, get the stuff, and then, we give you a bunch of freebies, and then you go on your way and have a good time. We're actually looking to kind of keep track of how well this is going. The reason we're making the investment is we want to get more young anglers active and out there fishing. So the only way we'll know if we're spending the money properly or if we should shift gears is if you, the Fins program, report back to us. So we require a couple of things. One is we require that you have at least a derby. Well, I got to look and see if that derby is required. It used to be. But we want you to have, we certainly encourage a derby. We'll provide the fish, and we give you a derby kit with some prizes for biggest fish or first fish or whatever. And there's a lot of information as to where to hold these derbies and how you go about setting that up. And, of course, we'll help you with all of that, too. So we want you to do that. But we also want you to have at least 5 educational sessions during the year. And again, you don't have to go nuts documenting. It's not like we're asking you to sign your life away, but we want you to list when you've had those and generally what you've covered. And we also want you to have at least one conservation event per year. And that event might be something like, maybe a riverbank cleanup or, a pond cleanup, or you might go and help with, cleaning up an area, some kind of conservation program. There's a bunch of different ways, and we can give you some ideas on that too. But we're looking for things from you as well, and we want you to report back to us how many participants you've had, if you've had any converted, how many first-time anglers now are in your program, how many people are now fishing outside of the Fins program that weren't before. That's the kind of stuff we're looking to see if we're scratching the right itch. All of this has to do with our recognition. As it's a nationwide thing. It's not just Arkansas. But license sales are declining, and that tells us that fewer people are hunting and fewer people are fishing. This is one of the ways we're trying to kind of reverse that
Reestablish
trend.
that interest.
So
we need to sneak a break in right here.
Okay.
You notice the clock runs a lot faster when you come in. More with Denis, Dunderdale, Arkansas Game and Fish right after the break. Stick around.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
Life is too short to wear boring clothes. Welcome to Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique, where we carry the latest trends and fashions and accessories at prices anyone can enjoy. Feel beautiful while looking fabulous with a large range of fashions that fits anyone's sense of style. You're sure to discover something unique and new at every visit. Shabby to Chic also features 12 professional stylists, aesthetics by Amy J, a nail technician, and 4 tanning beds. Excite your style at Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Your White River Getaway starts at Cotter Trout Lodge, where you find convenient, clean, and affordable accommodations right in the heart of Cotter, Arkansas. Take advantage of the Natural State Fly Shop across the road for all your supplies and guided fly fishing needs. Countless delicious homemade menu options await to satisfy your hunger cravings at the White Sands Cafe. Your complete White River Getaway is cradled in the east arm of the historic Ruthven Rainbow Bridge at the Cotter Trout Lodge, Natural State Fly Shop, and the White Sands Cafe.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
More than just propane, Reese Propane provides you full-service propane delivery as well as tank and piping installation. We are your dependable choice, offering the very best in personal service with on-time deliveries and competitive prices. Reese Propane also sells and installs tankless water heaters and appliances and can even convert your gas cook stove to liquid propane. So no need to fuss and cuss about bad service. Call us at Reese Propane. We greatly appreciate your business and God bless.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
Coming into
It's coming up on 7:53 on this Wednesday morning, visiting with Denis Dunderdale, Arkansas Game and Fish. You can follow along at agfc.com. Dennis?
A couple of things I want to plug. One is our conservation license plate program. Those are the
I got one.
Yeah, I do too. Actually, I've got one on all of my vehicles, and they're $35 additional. It's not $35 registration. It's the regular registration fee, and then you pay a premium of $35, and you get the specialized plate. And I don't know if they've announced what this year's plate is going to be, so I can't say what it is, but it's usually something pretty cool. I've got a couple with trout. I've got one with a smallmouth bass. My wife has a hummingbird on hers. That was a really popular one.
Bear.
The bear's a really popular one. Of course, the deer, those are always popular. We've had 2 or 3 different deer. But you don't have to just get the one that's current that year, and a lot of people don't realize that. You can go to the DFA website and actually select which one you want.
Arkansas DMV,
DFA, I think it is. DFNA? Let
me just
Department of Finance and Administration.
Yeah.
And And it will give a list, because it'll give you all of the specialty license plate programs, and not that I want to disparage any other program, but we want you to buy the Game and Fish one. So you'll see others there. But if, for example, you're looking for the Black Bear license plate, the local revenue office may not have that plate in stock. If they do, of course, they'll give it to you. But if they don't, they can either order it, or you can go online and order it, and when it's ready, they let you know, and you just go get it. And you tell them which office you want it sent to, or they can mail it to you. Yeah, you've got it.
I'm trying to find it here. But I like that Game and Fish.
Well, the reason why we like it is not only because they're pretty cool license plates, but also that money goes towards primarily scholarships for students studying conservation-related studies, whether it's at Arkansas Tech or State or university or whatever. It goes towards scholarships, and those are pretty generous scholarships. And they're also not the kind of scholarships that you have to be a Rhodes Scholar in order to qualify for.
I like that one. For the love of the land, look at that one.
It's a 2.5. Now, that's for the conservation districts. That's not the Game and Fish one.
Oh, okay.
So we certainly, they're good friends of ours. We like to partner with them, but we'd rather that money be.
Okay, let me find
But
Game and
anyway,
Fish.
but the point is, I'm kidding about that. Of course, if you want to support them, go ahead and support them. There you go, right there. That,
Game and Fish. Ooh, that one looks good.
The crappie, yeah. Is that the new one? Is that the 2018? I think that was last year.
Let's look. There's. Oh, and here's the Game and Fish deer plate.
Right. Look at that. That's a new one.
There you go.
That's a new one. That's a nice looking plate.
Yeah, it is.
So
I'm glad we're down to one sticker. That way we don't put it on the.
Yeah. So it goes to the scholarship programs, or not just the scholarship programs. It also goes towards any other type of conservation type education program. You know, for example, the local Trout Unlimited chapter applied last year for. Well, I think they got $4,000 or $5,000. I can't remember how much now it was, but they applied for a grant through the Conservation License Plate Program to Game and Fish, and it was funded, and that was to provide equipment and tools for their Trout in the Classroom program, where they put in an aquarium. It's a big 50-gallon or 55-gallon aquarium with all the fittings, but the expense comes in with trout. Of course, they're a cold water species. You need to have a chiller. And that chiller is expensive. The chiller costs about $1,000.
Wow.
And so we provide, aquariums and things like that for some programs, but we can't, just go dropping chillers in. Well, in this case, they wanted to do that, and they put these around. You probably ought to have those guys on. That would be an interesting show sometime. The Trout Unlimited guys with their education program.
If you say the extras, $35, how much goes into the scholarship program? Don't they skim $10 off the top?
The state takes 10. We get 25.
Come on.
The state gets 10 in addition to the fee that they already
Come
get.
on.
Yeah.
Give them the 35. Come on, DFA.
I'm not going to argue with that. I mean, they're already getting your license.
The license fee, the title transfer fee.
Yeah. So,
and they skim 10 of the 35 out, and it should go. All 35 needs to go scholarships.
I can't disagree with you nor defend their position, but please don't ask me to disparage a different state agency on the air.
I can.
I won't be working here forever, but I don't want to leave today. Anyway, that's a program we really like to make sure folks are aware of. And the other thing is you can get a different one every year. Now, I wished I had known that. I mean, I registered my first vehicle in Arkansas in 2002, and I can't remember how far back these plates go, but not terribly long before that. Had I done that, and every time I registered my vehicle rotated out to the new plate, I'd have a complete collection. We also have, by the way, if anybody's interested in this, swing by our office. We'll be more than happy to give you one. Or call Game and Fish in Little Rock, and I'll give you their number in a second. We have these little magnetic license plates that are just kind of a good little collectible.
Really?
And they're really popular. When I have a booth event, something like the Trout Festival or those kind of things, I usually have a stash of that. I will be at the Sowbug Roundup, and I need to give them some plug in.
We got about another minute before we have to end.
But anyway, I'll have those there as well. So that's a good thing to support. The other one is the Arkansas Wildlife Magazine. Really inexpensive publication that is absolutely chock full of great articles and some of the most astounding wildlife photography that you're ever going to see. Our photographer, his name is Mike Wintroth, probably the most talented still photographer that I've ever seen as far, for outdoor photography. Anyway, very inexpensive. You can find those both on the website under Resources tab, where you'll see Wildlife AW magazine. And I think that's only like $12 a year, and that includes the calendar. It's every other month. You get 6 issues, 5 magazines, and then the 6th issue is the calendar. Yeah, $12 for 1 year, 2 for 20. I thought it said 2 for 25. I said, wait a minute, they're charging an extra $1 there. $25 for 3 years, so that's a bargain. You know, that's like what, $6.77 or something? $6.67?
15 seconds.
All right, my phone number, if anybody has any questions, they want to contact me directly, 870-321-5548. My email is dennis.dunderdale, and that's Dennis with 1 N, not 2 N's, DENIS.dunderdale@agfc.ar.gov.
With that, we got to go. Jump up.